Hello, boys, girls, and anything in between. How are we all? The game is running. The music is playing. The sound is working. I am being heard. The world is going well. Ah! As I break my headphones. Not so well. I've got all my liquid. I've got my body. I've got my head. And now let's try. Ready? Shut up! Don't like hearing myself. Poor old BBX. Are you just a pile of rubbish now? Beep, beep. Backup program starting. It's rebooting? Program restart failed. Beep. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. No, we need to fix it! Aha. All the documents on Noah and the linked cases are here. I won't ever be able to forget about this investigation. Oh my god, can we actually go through a wall? Wow. Oh god, this is not going to be fun if we could actually go through a wall, because I feel it's going to need us to go through a wall. Where's my book? I lost my book. One book is found. There's a pen in it as well. Beautiful. You sit there. Off of Forey Town. Other state. Murder. Victim. Lisa Caucasian female, 27 years old. The victim was an ordinary civilian and housewife. The witnesses, the victim's husband, Mandy, who is the delivery man of the town. Ow. The witness found the victim murdered when he got back home from work. Murderer mutilated the victim's body and created some type of sculpture with the body parts and damaged the town robot. Blood and suspected murder mutilation tools were found at the crime scene. Nothing relevant to the murderer was found, so Mandy is considered the prime suspect at the moment. Adenum. Mandy developed depression after the murder and committed suicide a year later. Note 1. No conclusion can be made regarding the situation of missing organs due to the lack of information. Oh, wait. Note 2. Following the bizarre murder of Starlight City singer, investigator brought up this case again, believing the two to be linked, and thus part of a serial murder case. Forensics experts who performed the autopsy had different opinions as to the way the murderer created the sculpture was messy and orderless in Arthur Forey Town case, while the mutilation in the singer culture was highly skillful. Detective Gadget holds reservations to the opinions. Police notice to all public security bureaus. Outland State, September 7, 2126. For Town and Starlight City sculpture murder case are now considered to have been committed by the same suspect. Currently, the suspect is still on the loose, so police forces from all over the state will work together to track down the murderer. Suspect information: gender male, age 20 to 25. Years old, height about 170 centimeters. The suspect is the suspect is slightly thin in stature and is likely to be mentally disordered. The suspect is believed to be isolated and unsociable, and capable of avoiding detection. As the two crime scenes are quite distant from each other, it is very likely the suspect has a personal vehicle and was able to enter the crime scene ahead of time and wait patiently for his target. All police forces should be noted that they are required to check all vehicles and people coming into the state and keep good records of relevant information. Okay, I had everyone. Lots of robots, I'm assuming. As the someone with connection to the police recently revealed the singer Shirley's murderer is part of a serial murder case, and the murderer still remains on the loose. A reporter questioned the police spokesperson during the press and conference about the rumour, but did not receive direct answer. As the watchdog for civilian personal security, we sincerely hope the police can take appropriate action instead of covering up their failings by holding back the truth. Yes, the famous female singer Shelley was found murdered in her dressing room mere minutes before she was due to perform at City Hall. Her mutilated body parts were found combined with those of her robotic assistant into a religious sculpture by City Hall. City Hall staff said an anonymous source. Was this atrocity committed by a radical and fanatic congregation? So far, no religious organisation has claimed responsibility for the murder. This is such a brutal and heinous crime, and we wonder whether police are going to, when the police are going to arrest the suspect. Will there be more victims? We'll follow up on this. File. City Hall case. Security staff members found the sculpture made up from victims and robots' mutilated body parts in singer's dressing room as he arrived to deliver 5 minutes stage queue on July the 4th, 2126. Sculpture nicknamed Bosson the White because of its look. Detective Gadget, who is in charge of the crime scene investigation, found signs of new god Bosson at the bottom of sculpture. The rest of the victim's body was put into a container and stored in the victim's personal locker in the theatre. Note: the murderer removed the throat while the victim was still alive, so the chance of organs selling or transplanting is high. Transactions recorded on a human organ black market should be watched closely for possible clues for the murderer, according to the autopsy report. The throat organ was not found. As it's literally just me, I'm going to read this in my head. Trachea throat. Discussion ceremony arranged on both points to a new religious group. Oh God, I have done the research on document. Finally, I should. Has a strong personal preference to sign and sculpture. The crime scene points to a god called Bosson, Roverism, who stands for fusion and communication. This message I managed to join this. Victims with missing organs. The organs were taken away by the murderer, but the reason why clears. As per for the forensic expert testimony, the murderer seems to be refining his skill and familiarity with autonomy. But why is he doing this? The forensic expert proposed the possibility during our communication that the murderer has been using the stolen organs to replace some diseased organs. The reason he has been practicing his skills to help with carrying out organ replacement. Who could be the one that has the diseased organs? In the third case, a pattern similar to that in the summoning ceremony was found at the crime scene. In addition to other marks of occult sacrifice, from the look on the crime scene, the murderer is likely to be a follower of Bosson, and he may have committed these murders for a fanatic religious ceremony. From the later cases, the murderer is found to be very precise when it comes to ceremony setup. Is the murderer mentally disordered? I would assume so. As that one's connected to this one and that one over there. Let's go for this one then. At the last meeting, Victor and various other participants decided that light of a murderer returning to Starlight City is very small and the police force should be properly prepared in the neighbouring areas. However, following our investigation, my partner and I believe there is more at work here than meets the eye. We've caught a break. There were 1,766 test targets in this old experiment and only 157 targets survived. There are 41 descendants of the survivor and only 11 of them remain genetically stable after the 3 generations. Looking at the sculpture, murderers so far, the victims were all female, and if we exclude the ones who only have male descendants, the ones left are all ancestors of serial murder victims. And the last one is John Totti, Special Investigator of Intelligence Agency, died during the drug case. Son Victor Totti, daughter Lena Totti. Lena Totti is currently studying at St. I lost this girl college in the Musa Zone, Starlight City. Reinforced gene experiment code 1887. Classification level top secret. The experiment to reinforce the intelligence of the test targets for genetic modification have been successful. However, it is a shame that there is a high chance of sequenalia among the descendants of the test targets in this experiment. The descendants will develop diseased organs, collapse because of incomplete inheritance from the modifications of chromosome genetic sequences. Yes. The test targets of reinforced gene experiments signals that will respectively affect the pancreas, throat, liver, kidney, and skin. Suppose the missing organs in Arthur Foritan case was the pancreas. Then the order of the missing organs in the later murder cases match the order of genetic sequence. The murderer is highly likely to be a descendant who kills to replace his diseased organs with normal organs of the victim. Only descendants the test target can meet his requirements. The skin peeling in the 5th case was a small amount, and it is far from enough, as once the skin starts to develop symptoms, it will expand to the whole body. 5th case is very likely just to be a trial to get the skin, and the murderer is going to kill again in order to complete the skin. Okay. Okay, replace organs proven through evidence from the reinforcement gene experiment. The AED board decided to throw a celebration party following the momentum breakthrough in the latest research of the new chip. The party was arranged on a luxurious cruise ship, a high C belonging to the company president. All aboard the AED were killed in a private conference room on board the ship. According to witness reports, the crime scene investigation, board members and administration personnel of the AED company were killed during the celebration party. The murder happened on a cruise ship in international water, and the ship staff didn't notice anything abnormal, and nothing unusual was captured by the on-site monitor system. Technicians later found the conference room monitor had been modified by the murderer and had been showing a pre-recorded loop, under cover of which the murderer killed everyone in the conference room. At the time when the ship was found, 41 people, including people from AED and ship crew, had been killed. Some body parts of the dead were arranged with servant robots into a sculpture of the messenger of garden. Oh, it's the garden case. Great. Now we actually learned this thing. And a large company setup was marked out at the bottom. And a large ceremony was set up, marked out at the bottom of the sculpture with blood. Apart from the body parts that were made into the sculpture, all bodies were cleaned with water and placed carefully on the deck. The liver of one body was confirmed missing after the investigation. The murderer is believed to be a skilled hacker, which is something not noticed in previous cases. In this regard, he may be self-taught. 2125, the government decided to invest in robot riot police, and the AED won the contract. At the time when the new chip was about to be completed, all board members were killed. Afterwards, AED was purchased by IQM, which is now believed to be closely involved in the case. Missing a liver. We'll do the right side first. Victim Maria, gender female. Witness Smith, male. Both the victim and the witness are police officers. The witness entered the cell block C to find the victim as she was late for the shift change. The witness found the victim and several prisoners killed and mutilated mercilessly. The murderer destroyed a prison service robot. Murderer destroyed a prison service robot violently and made it into a sculpture of the twig of birch, with mutilated body parts of the dead CSI. Later noted skillful technique was used. The witness then sounded the prison alarm. The monitor system failed to notice anything or anyone suspicious, and neither did the other prisoners. Like the previous cult sculpture case, nothing related to the murder identity was found at the crime scene. The police are still investigating how the murderer entered the prison and committed the crimes and escaped without detection. Oh wait, we didn't read the notes. Excuse me. The Special Mission Squad believes that the murderer is very familiar with the prison environment and monitored areas to suggest he could have worked or been incarcerated in the prison before. But there is no further progress and further investigation. According to forensic experts, skin peeling were found on the deceased's chest in this area. Oh, that was connected to this one, wasn't it? Yeah. The family of four that was Holiday. The family of four that was Holiday were killed and mutilated in the hotel room. Some body parts were made into a sculpture of the King of the White Wings. Crime scene investigation records murderer followed the wife, who went back to the room herself and killed and mutilated her. Her body was made into a sculpture. Husband returned to the room early with two children, 11 and 12, after getting the wife a text message. The three victims were killed and mutilated in a similar way. Parts of the bodies were sewed together with body parts of the first victim to make a sculpture. Note: similar to the Singer sculpture murder case, High Sea Cruise case, there was no fingerprints or other identity information left at the crime scene. The left kidney of the grown-up woman and the right kidney of the girl were not found. Does that mean it's female? I don't know. Moving to destination, arriving at destination. Can hear explosion coming from location where the main force is being led by Victor. Continuing this mission, rescue Lena Totti. Found the target while extracting. The target detonated the building after its left eye was shot. We're trapped in the collapse. Escape successful. Found and retrieved a beak mask after the fight with Noah. There are no traces of skin or hair in the mask, but there are slight traces of liquid. Upon investigation, sweat and soluble cells were found. According to this, the person seems to be without an external skin layer, resulting in residual dissolving cells on the mask. Experts assume this is the result of gene mutation. The DNA of this person doesn't match anything in known gene pool, to the point where it's difficult to even call the creature human. Oh great. That's not fun. Federal police have announced the establishment of the Special Mission Squad to deal with the recent serial murder case. The famous detective Gadget of Starlight City and international security investigator Victor are designated as the team leaders. The federal government has put high expectations on this team, and the leaders are very confident of catching the murderer. When speaking with reporters after the special squad was established, the leaders launched a directed effort to identify and catch the culprit. However, the murderer simply directed the police into a trap. The murderer used explosive devices to create chaos and cause panic. Name: Gadget. Joined the police on the 6th of September 2017 and worked in CSI Forensic. He solved several important cases and was lauded as one of the most excellent detectives in Starlight City. On the 5th of August 2026, Gadget was killed in action regarding the sculpture case. He lost his life while trying to protect innocent civilians. The police team are grieving for Detective Gadget and urge all police to work together to catch the murderer of Gadget. Yes. Oh, hello. This is the report from back when I was part of the special. I was a badass then. Oh, neat. I just ran upstairs to get. Still on the bed? Yep. Why don't you go downstairs, Elizabeth? Meow. Meow. Oh, I've already done that one. An old-fashioned game console, but the cassette is broken. If I find a new one, I can play games here. Alright, what are we doing now? Go to the repair shop. Right, the cat's having a boogie in my room, because of course they are. Oh, the robot gave the kid his kite. I probably won't see Robert again, but whenever there is a kite in the sky, I think of friendship between us. I heard something horrible from the society, poor Mrs. Perry. We used to go to anti-robot parades together, and she was the kindest person in the anti-robot society. I can't believe she was killed by a robot. You are not allowed to associate with these dangerous robots anymore, Arnold. Oh no, that's not good. What do you want to chat about? The missing robot. It seems like Alex is going to win the election, for sure. Why is that? The missing robots have stirred up such controversy that no one wants to vote for a Mosu Augusto in case they get in trouble. What do you want to chat about? The murderer. Goodness me. Mrs. Perry was killed. I heard the murderer was a robot steward of a high-ranking official. I knew these robots were nothing but trouble. I also heard that a little girl witnessed everything. Poor girl. She must be having nightmares. What do you want to chat about? It was the murderer. It was the girl who killed. Arnold said he is leaving me. I hope he likes my kite. That he does. Oh, look at how happy my little cheese is now. He will not suffer from any pain in this little digital world, and he will get all he wants. The little puppy that looks like cheese plays happily in the screen. But why? Why do I feel so miserable inside? I don't know. What's up? The things I fish out are always covered in purple sticky fluid that is very hard to wash up. There is still some left on my finger. I wonder where it's from. What are you talking about now? I heard that if I go to Sky City, I'll never get sick again. If I only could afford it. Let's see, can I go all the way to the left? What the heck? What's the way? It's the fans. It's not the time to go back. Yeah, let's go to the repair shop. Will you let me go down? You will. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Watch out. Meliette's behind you. Focus, long hair princess 428. Don't pass out this time. Keep on dancing, just like this. Everyone, move on. With me. Okay, so he's in a VR world. What's happening here? That homeless guy, Christopher, was taken away by the police, and it looks like he was involved in Mrs. Perry's case. People say he might be the murderer. Isn't the murderer a robot? How could such a thing happen despite the free principles restriction? I'm worried that the event of the Apocalypse Garden will take place again. Who knows? Christopher is not coming back anyway, because the two candidates of the mayoral election are making a big fuss about the case. I heard that he used to be quite a successful person, but his life went downhill after his lover was killed. He ended up a homeless man on the street. His lover? Are you talking about the singer 30 years ago? Christopher told us so himself, when he might have been drunk talking. Well, he might have been drunk talking. I don't know what those SMS agents did yesterday, but there should still be some clues here. What have we got? I don't have any customers at all because of the murderer yesterday. It's such bad luck. A customer complained to me last time because of the cats, and now this happens? My goodness. You know what? The Soprano apartments seem to be haunted because strange things happen there before as well. I need to go. Oh, we can go further left? Okay, interesting. Alright, let's go to the repair shop. Repair shop. It's you again. Did you finally decide to become my test subject? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I came to ask for your opinion on this piece of tech. Does it look familiar? A device from a mysterious parcel. It is very similar to the device found on the butler robot from Mrs. Perry's case. What is this? Is it a device that improves computing ability? Which robot's electronic brain did you cut open to get this? It is against the law to install external devices on electronic brains. Was this device connected to a robot's electronic brain? Of course it was. Look at these three port wires. Does this thing interfere with the inner core directly? This is unusual indeed. However, this is some master craftsmanship. Likely from the Underbridge district, you know. Illegal alterations like this aren't uncommon there. My nose is blocked. Great. Beautiful. How annoying. Oh, I was like, no, what have you got here? Alright. What? Oh, I just realised It's you again. Did you finally decide to become one? Oh god, I'm really out of it. Why is my bits suffering? There's no one in the house, so there's no reason for you to be suffering so badly. I'm sorry, give me a moment, please. Yeah, I know my frames have dropped, and I don't know why. It's not even using that much of my CPU, working at 30 frames per second, and it's still just going kaput. Why aren't you working, sir? I'm very confused. An old buddy of mine might know what this is. He has a workshop on Square Street in Underbridge. In Underbridge, piddly little place compared to mine, of course. He's called Charles, and you won't be